Hi, and welcome back to LDF Designs. In today's video, I'm going to be working on this small vase that I prepared previously with chalk paint and joint compound. I did use a little pigment powder in the joint compound to create some color and also use some colored chalk paint. This vase already had a lot of grooves in it, and so I had an idea in mind to work with those grooves. After putting down my first base layer of encaustic, I went ahead and fused it as you're seeing here. And then off camera, I went ahead and put a layer of white encaustic paint on there, which you'll see here in just a moment. I've never done a vase of this size before. It definitely has its challenges between the grooves and the very small neck and opening. It made it much more challenging to hold on to it. Again, the glass does heat up quite a bit. So at this point I have put on a layer of the white encaustic. I'm going to fuse that. In this situation I went ahead and held the vase upside down, so as the wax melted it would actually run down towards the top of the vase. Once this gets done cooling, I'm going to go back and scrape some of it off. I had created some surface texture ovals with the wall joint compound, and it really had a neat color and texture to it, so I didn't want to cover it up too much, so I went back with my scraping tool and scraped some of the white encaustic back off of those circular areas. Once I got done with that, then I'm going to take a different tool, which you'll see here in a second, and I'm going to pull the wax out of all of those grooves, creating some really deep lines. The glass had retained a lot of heat, so the wax was still pretty malleable and made it a little more challenging to pull it out of there than what I was hoping, but just with a little patience and an easy hand, I was able to get those lines done. I didn't do all of them on camera. Once I got them all carved out, I went ahead and took my tar that I have mixed with a little bit of vegetable oil and covered the whole surface and filled in all of the texture with that tar mixture. Often when I'm using the tar or the oil paints, it's a little harder for me to turn my camera on and off, so you do have to kind of watch the whole time of me putting this on. But I do shut it off again here when I start to clean this tar back off of there. Some of the tar had gone on a little bit thicker, which I kind of wanted, but I was able to still move it around quite a bit with the vegetable oil. If you enjoy my videos and have not yet subscribed to my channel, it will help me out quite a bit if you'll do that. You can click the subscribe button, and if you also click the little bell, it'll notify you every time I release a new video. I haven't quite put them out every week. I am a little bit random on when I put them out, but I put them out about once every 7 to 10 days, so it's nice to get that notification. So it took me a while to get the tar cleaned back off of here. I worked for a pretty long time cleaning it down to where I wanted it, but I really loved the texture that it left around those ovals. The camera picks it up a little bit, but if you could see those in person, they have a really neat, like, ethereal feel to them. So at this point I had it cleaned off. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do any more, and realized that I had some metal pieces in my stash that maybe would work really well on the neck of this vase. So once again, it took me a little bit to find the right piece and get it to fit on there, which I did not leave all of that on camera. So I will show you here in just a second what it looks like with the metal garnish. And that just about wraps this vase up. I'll have more pictures of this over on my Instagram page, which is LDF-Designs Art, or also on my Facebook page. Thank you for joining me today.